All right, guys, what is up today? Today I'm going to show you how to clean and season a cast iron pan. As you can see right here, I have a cast iron pan. It's showing some sort of rust right here because it hasn't been used in a while and it has some rust on the handle. I'm going to show you how to clean it from the grease as well as the rust, get that off so we can season it. So some of the things that you're going to be needing is pure canola oil right here. You can use any sort of vegetable oil. Try not to use any type of animal fat because this right here gives a better season when you use a vegetable fat like canola oil or vegetable oil. Of course, you're going to need your cast iron pan, as well as I have a couple of cloths right here. I have just a regular old gray cloth, and then I also have a white cloth. Now, the purpose of the white cloth is so I can detect to see if the pan is actually being clean. And this right here is just like I'm going to use it just to dry it off. I'm also going to need a Brillo pad right here, like right here. I have a Brillo pad. This is steel wool, okay, steel wool. Okay, it's good for getting cleaning the pan and getting the rust off because we don't want bits of rust being in our food, as well as dish detergent. I have Dawn dish detergent. I use Dawn because it's fairly good for removing grease from things. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. Now, when you season this, you don't want to actually clean it. Well, at least I don't clean it with Dawn after I've seasoned the pan. I usually just use water and cloth to clean it afterwards. But that's a different story. So I'm gonna season this pan that's been rusted. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna actually remove the vegetable oil and the cloths from out of here. All right. And then I'm just gonna add a dash of the dish detergent right here. And then I'm going to bring out the Brillo pad. Now, some people can I recommend actually using gloves when doing this, but I'm, however, not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wet this a little bit, get a little bit of water in the pan. Let me zoom in so you can see this a little bit. All right. And then I'm just going to scrub. Just keep on scrubbing until you get a lot of the rust off, okay? Rust and grease that's deposited, old grease, just get that off. You're gonna do one side, and you're gonna do the handle. The handle actually had rust. So I'm gonna do that, and then do actually the back side as well too, because I'm gonna season all portions of this, all right? So I'm just keep on scrubbing until I get all of the rust off. You can see it's getting rusty right here. You see it's starting to turn like brown. That's actually the rust, okay? So I'm just gonna keep on grinding this in all corners, get the top, get the handle. Just get it really good. You're gonna have to get some, it's better to do short strokes over the same area to make sure you get as much of the rust off as you can. Okay. All right. I think that's fairly well. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the water and rinse it off. Rinse off what I have right here. See, there's a little bit of rust back in there. I'm just going to a little bit scrub that right there. I'm not too concerned on the bottom side. I was more concerned on the actual frying side. All right, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to take the white cloth. Now the reason for the white cloth is so I can see how well it's been cleaned, okay? As you can see right there, there's still some crud right here. All right, and so I'm going to actually just rub this and then rub some of the stuff off. So you can take the clean cloth and just keep on rubbing it. This actually gets some of the crud off there as well too. And just keep on rubbing it until it starts to become clean. Okay, now once it becomes clean, okay, you might want to dab a little bit of water on there, right here. Once the cloth becomes clean, you're able to wipe it clean, then you can go ahead and what I'm gonna do, let me zoom out. Get see that. Once it becomes clean, you can go ahead and dry it off. I'm actually going to dry it off with this right here. A little bit. I actually dried it some with the white cloth, but I'm going to finish drying it with this. Okay. And then I'm just going to let this sit for a couple of minutes and let it air dry a little bit to make sure it's fully dry before I put the oil on. Now, while this is air drying, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. All right, so I'm going to turn the bake to 350 degrees, and it's going to preheat. All right, and while that's preheating, I'm going to go ahead and start to season my cast iron pan. All right, so now that the oven is preheating, I'm just going to take some of the oil. I'm going to go ahead and put some on the back side first, just a little bit, and then put some on the top right here. And basically what I do is I spread it around. Okay, I'm gonna spread it around first with my hand and just get all areas of the pan with the grease or the oil. All right, so I'm just gonna get it and just rub it all over, just like this. All right, make sure you get the handle as well too. And then I'm gonna take my gray cloth and I'm gonna just rub it off, like just rub it in, rub it off, make sure that get the excess off with the gray cloth, like this. All right, you do the back side as well too. And then I'm going to put it in the oven for 1 hour. All right, I'm going to put it in the oven for 1 hour. All right, and after an hour, it should be seasoned.